How's it going, everybody? Dan's here at Cobra Kai again, and I'm just gonna continue on here, showing off people here. Last one we did was Elsa, and we're already done the main pool and all that, so I thought a good one to do was probably Anna. And I'm thinking the reason why is we're gonna do Anna and then probably Woody after this. But anyways, Anna. Anna, you got through the Woody Anna event and the Elsa event. That happened just after global launch or just during global launch. And chances are, hopefully you would have pulled her, 3 or 4 star or whatever in that sense. And she could have been one of your first carries in this game, to be honest, if you would have joined during, global launch, like I said. But her main abilities is elemental empowerment. So this character is all about elements, right? So each of her basics has a 25% to inflict with burn, shock, wound, or freeze. And it deals 3% damage per second for 6 seconds. And you can get a max stack of 15 per type. So times 4 is 60 stacks, guys. So just keep swinging with your basics. That's basically it, right? But after holding a heavy for 1 second, she gets a 5% attack for each burn, shock, wound, or freeze on enemies that last for 12 seconds. Does that make sense? So basically, your whole idea is with your basics is you want to inflict burn, shock, wound, or freeze, and then hold your heavy attack for 1 second after that, and then she gets buffed. Right? That's what a lot of people don't understand with her. She doesn't get attack buffs any other way. You have to hold that heavy attack. So it's a little bit more talent based. You got to have skill with this character, very much so. But with the skill and the patience comes the rewards. As you can see, 5% attack buff for each actual infliction. That's crazy, right? So you're looking at it in a case scenario that you're going to just go by and check it all out with the idea, right? And then while you're holding your heavies, right, she can't be knocked back by an enemy. And her heavy attacks by any enemy can't knock her back at all, right? And she gains a 30% defense buff. So she's buffing defense while holding her heavy. Then she'll gain the attack. And then she unleashes hell, right? So, does that make sense, guys? I hope so. I really do, right? It's really complicated, but first you just got to inflict all these targets. And then you'll hold heavy attack, and then you'll get attack buffed. And as well, defense buff while holding attack. Then she goes into her special, and she knocks back all enemies in a circle around her. Comes down almost like a bolt of lightning, it looks like, right? And then it deals 300% damage to each enemy she hits. And then she'll have a 60% chance to inflict each enemy with a burn, shock, wound, or freeze, dealing 6% damage per second this time now. So it's double damage, basically, with your stuff, right? So, but her 4-star, she resists. This is the big thing. She has, like, resistive armor, right? And it's a percentage, and it will go up as you level it up. As you can see, I'll just scroll up here. As you can see, as you get more SIGs for her, she'll resist more damage, right? So each time she's inflicted, her own damage of that type is also increased. So she does, I don't know, it's like her armor will, like, siphon the damage and power of it and use it as power for her towards her attack. It's a really nifty little 4-star ability, right? So it's good against elementals, the fireborns, the iceborns, the earthborns and all that, right? Because of all the stuff she can do with the burn, shock, wound, and freeze. It's amazing, right? So just saying, Anna might be one of those ones that can move up really good and do really well to carry you, right? Especially in the later game, right? A lot of people are saying, meh, she's not that great. But she can be viable, right? So, first one's attack. The second one here is defense. So, just like most, melees, attack or defense, or attack and focus, or attack and something, right? So, her guard stance, once per heavy hold, Anna has a 30% chance to gain an indestructible buff. Just like Herc, but she can heavy hold it, right? If she's hit by an enemy, right? That's crazy. being indestructible by holding heavy, right? Elemental Ward, her basic heavy and special attacks deal an additional damage to Titanborns, which is again why she's good against Titanborns, right? She'll also resist all damage from Titanborns, well, percentage basically, right? Which is also a really good thing, right? So that works really well for her. Controlled strikes, she has a chance to inflict damaging debuffs with her core. And it's increased by an additional 5%, right? The attack buff Anna gains from her core is increased by an additional 2%. And that will escalate and scale up as you basically level it up more. And then her final one, Reinforced Resilience. She gains 3% armor when she's inflicted with any of the aforementioned burn, shock, wound, or freeze. If the target is immune, she'll also gain armor. So if she's playing against an anger and she's inflicting anger with burn, she will gain armor. That's pretty decent, right? So, like I said, against Titanborns, this works very well. Because you can play against the Flameborns and just gain armor off them, or else attack them really bad with a freeze or a wound or a shock or whatever, right? So, long story short, she can be a good balanced melee, but I don't know how tanky she can be, but she sounds like that if you get her buffed up correctly, she can hold pretty well. So maybe one of the tankier melees, but maybe not one of the best damage dealers until you get her stuff up there as well, right? So regardless, we're going to showcase her. I'm going to show her off here, just like we have with everybody else. Chapter 4 normal. We'll play the old genie round, and we'll just double check her stats here, and I think she's still pretty low, but 1,000. I'm gonna give her just a small healer just in case, right? And I think a good answer, let's give her clean. Poison might help her a little bit too as well, right? So you never know. But the big thing I want to show off is her ability to do damage. But you can see, the biggest thing I don't like about her is her speed. She is tanky though. And her special is not bad damage either. And she can take the hits, which is decent too, right? A good range on her hit. I've noticed that too. And with her ultimate having AoE, it helps. But she really shines against Titanborns. So I can't really show her off too much with a genie round, right? So, but you can see I'm inflicting genie already with, wound and shock and all this, or whatever I'm doing right now. And I can just hold and get more attack. There's my 3 attacks. So I inflicted him 3 times, technically. That's basically what it's saying, right? Indestructible buff, I think I got. And then with the poison damage, it actually is working very well. You can see how much armor she already has. Pretty viable. Good self-sustaining melee. She can be tanky, right? DPS is not there, though. I've seen better attacks out of aerial and snow and things like that too, right? Ultimate is at like 500. But all that extra side damage is just rolling fast. I like the way it looks. With the poison, that's helping lots too. But there you got her. That's Anna. Miss Anna of Rivendell. Again, really good against Titanborn. What I would recommend the most, but again, like and subscribe, guys. Thanks again.